welcome back to the Mex Mundo Kitchen. Today's recipe is one of these grandma tips that me and my family, my husband has known it since he was little, I've known it since I was little. I'm pretty sure most grandmas will give you some sort of similar tips. And we wanted to share this with you guys because it's a very important thing to do, especially now with everyone being scared with so many sicknesses and stuff going around. So having natural remedies available is something that is always very helpful. I'm sharing the recipe for a cough syrup that's also an immune booster, It's really, really good, and I'm sharing it now, even though it's summer with me, because if it's winter in your area of the world, it's going to help you get better. It's a very good recipe. And if it's summer like it is with me, it's an immune system booster. So that means that if you take it beforehand with time, whether you take it as a syrup or in tea, it's going to help your body be prepared to fight off any possible colds or coughs that may come in the future, because your body is strong and it has all these vitamins that come with this. So I thought I would share it with you guys, and I hope it's really, really useful. And in the end, I'll explain the benefits of the ingredients so that if you're curious and want to know why it helps, you'll have a better understanding of why this syrup is so good. The ingredients you need for your cough syrup and immune booster are 30 grams of chopped ginger. You have to take the skin off. You just need the inside part of the ginger, skinless. And that's 1/4 cup. You need the zest of 4 lemons, 250 milliliters of water, the equivalent is 1 cup, half a cinnamon stick, 125 milliliters of lemon juice, the equivalent is half a cup, 250 milliliters of honey, the equivalent is 1 cup. Okay, so we can start now. This is a super simple recipe, and that's why I also think it's worth sharing with you guys, because besides all the super benefits it has, it's very easy to make, and it would be a pity not to give it a try and not to help your body be strong and prepared for any future possible sicknesses. To start, let me just explain with ginger. I know maybe not everyone has ever peeled a ginger before. It's not used in many cuisines around the world. Some yes, some not. So here's 3 ways to peel ginger. All are easy. One is with a potato peeler, so that's super easy. The second one would be with a knife. Also, you just put it on the chopping board and you just kind of slice off the skin. And the last but not least option is with a spoon. You just scrape the spoon against the skin. That's the one I like the most because you waste less of the ginger. The other 2 options kind of scrape off the white part as well. It's quite thick. With the spoon, it basically just rubs the skin off, so it's the less waste option. And for the lemon, you have to zest it. Zesting means you only want the colored part of the lemon, not the white part underneath, otherwise it gets bitter. So just very delicately with your zester, rub the colored part off your lemons when you're going to zest. And now to start the recipe. You're going to need a saucepan, and in that saucepan we're going to put the water, the cinnamon, the lemon zest, and the chopped up ginger, and we are going to put it to boil. Once it reaches the boil, we're going to put it down to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer for 10 minutes. Once the simmering part is done with and the 10 minutes are over, we are going to strain it into a bowl. Just use a colander, and you strain it in there before we can start with the next step. Okay, so here's the next step, super easy as well. In the same saucepan we used, we are going to add our honey, and we are going to heat it up a bit. We're not going to boil it or anything, we just need to heat it up a little bit. And then we're going to add the liquid we strained from the bowl we added in there, and we add our lemon juice. We're going to stir it so it mixes well, and then we're going to let it simmer for another 5 minutes. Once that's done, we can transfer it into either jars or bottles which have been previously sterilized. I have little ones, which are always quite practical, especially for your purse if you want to take it around with you. Or the jars that I have you just flip them open. You can also use the ones with caps that get twisted on and off. The sterilizing is super easy. You just need a deep pot, and you have to fill it up with water so that they are fully covered in. The jars have to be open, the bottles have to be open so that the water enters. And you boil them for 10 minutes. Then you take them out carefully so you don't burn yourself, and you let them air dry on your counter. Don't try to dry them with a towel or a paper towel or anything, otherwise it defeats the purpose. They have to air dry. And then once they're dry, you can add the syrup. If you previously sterilize them or do that from the beginning, then you can just add the syrup in there. Once you add your syrup to your bottles, you have to let it cool down. Once it's cooled down, then you can pass it into your fridge. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to try to explain the properties of the ingredients and why this syrup is so awesome, just so you feel more comfortable taking it. I know that sometimes we take things without knowing why they help us, and understanding is always nice. So we can start with the ginger. The ginger is full of anti-inflammatory properties which will help our immune system. It also has, it helps you not cough. I'm not sure how to say it, the correct word, but what it helps is it helps keep the reflex from coughing. So the more you cough, the more irritated your throat gets, and the more you want to continue coughing, which it's just a really bad thing because it's an endless story. You can't stop the coughing. So this helps stop the coughing. It's very good for that. The lemon, it has a lot of vitamin C. It's really good to help prevent viral infections, colds. So if you take it often, it will help you have a very strong immune system. The cinnamon is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. It helps reduce fever. That's really good. So if your virus is creating some sort of fever affecting your body, it will help reduce it. So that's very good. It helps promote healthy blood circulation. If you have sinuses, it's also awesome for that. It'll help you breathe better, not have all this congestion in there, which is awful. And the honey, of course, is also one of the things one most knows well for cough problems and throat problems. It helps soothe the throat amazingly. It coats your throat, and it's so nice. It's also antibacterial, antifungal, and all of these things combined is what makes the syrup so good and so healthy, and why I recommend it so much. And like I said, you can take it, you can take this every couple of hours or as often as needed. It's a natural remedy, so you can't really have too much of it. But I don't recommend it for children under 1 because honey isn't very good. It can cause some really bad reactions in children under 1, and also the other ingredients, they're a bit too strong to give it to little kids. So as of 1, you can give it to them, but under 1, please don't do that. And well, more or less, I really hope you guys make it. I hope that if you make it, you comment in the videos and let us know what you think of the recipe. This can be stored in the fridge for a couple of weeks, no problem at all. But since like with any medicine, even though this is a natural remedy, you have to take it every couple of hours so that it helps you. So you'll finish it quite fast. What else? If you guys have any natural remedies you would like to share with us, please write them in the comments. I really love learning new things, family recipes, grandma recipes, anyone that you know that's shared a really good recipe. I like learning. I enjoy helping my body in natural ways. So just write it down in the comments. I'll appreciate it. And I hope it's really helpful and that you take it often. And if you like drinking tea, I highly recommend adding this to your tea instead of just honey. It's really delicious. When you're making it, you'll see straight away the smells in your house. You're going to be like, wow. And I'll see you guys in the next video.